Alright guys, so besides the Facebook ads videos that I'll link in the description, in which I literally show you my exact ads that I'm running and stuff like that, this is probably going to be one of the most valuable Facebook ads videos that you'll see on YouTube. What's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. My name's Arie, and today I want to show you and also talk about a lot of Facebook ad stuff that I personally believe a lot of gurus hold back from you. Now the things that I'll be sharing in this video will not only help you stay more profitable with your Facebook ads, but they will also help you understand Facebook ads to a deeper level so that you can make better decisions and to get a better return on your ad spend with your store. So make sure you stay all the way to the end. Super excited for this one, guys. I've been really humbled and quite honestly just very excited for the future of this channel. Through all of the support that I've been getting, you guys have been absolutely blowing up my latest videos. Even though I haven't been making videos every single day, I do think that this allows me to not only focus on my dropshipping stores a lot, which is super important for me to be able to teach you guys what I'm doing, but also so that I can make a higher quality video every single time. So this one is gonna get a little bit long, but just make sure you sit back, relax, and watch the whole entire thing. I promise you, you will get a return on your investment just from putting in your time into this video. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop into my computer. I just wanna make sure that you subscribe to the channel, join the family. We're growing super quick, literally over 100 subscribers every single day, which is just unbelievable. I'm so happy about that. And just make sure you turn on your notifications so you're one of the first to watch my videos every time that I put one out. That's super important for me. It helps me out a ton. So if you could do that, make sure you do that. And yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's go into my computer. Alright. Oh shit. Fuck. Sorry. Alright guys, we're in my computer now. Super excited to be here. Obviously, as always, got a ton of value to drop. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's not waste any more time. So let's start right here. So break even ROAS. Guys, break even ROAS, return on ad spend, is super important. So most of you guys probably already know of just break even point, which is essentially your profit margin. So let's just say you're selling a product for $25, you get it for $10. That means your profit margin is $15, right? So that's your break even point. But break even ROAS is something a little bit different, right? So this is talking about return on ad spend. I see so many people not calculate their break even ROAS, and I'm talking about people on YouTube too, okay? Like I've seen people say, you know, people always talk about you need a $20 margin on your product in order to be profitable, and I don't necessarily disagree. I do think the higher the margin, the better chances you have of being profitable. But, you know, let's just say you have a product that's $20, you sell it for $40, even though that's a $20 margin, that means you need a 2 ROAS in order to be breaking even. And a lot of people have been saying that, or that 1 ROAS and above is breaking even and profitable. So untrue. It has all to do with your product cost and your margin. So I have a perfect example here so that you can understand this a little bit better. This is exactly how you calculate break even ROAS. So if you sell something for $25, and your profit margin is $15, that means you get the product for $10, you sell it for $25, 25 minus 10 is 15. That means your break-even ROAS, $25 divided by $15, is 1.66. So what this means is that in this particular case, in your ads, anything above a 1.66 ROAS is profitable, and anything below that is unprofitable. So if you had a 1.1 ROAS, that's not breaking even. That's a negative return on your ad spend. You're not making any money. You're not even breaking even. You're losing money. So I do have some examples here. And guys, break even ROAS is so important to know. So for example, in this particular case, I know I have this filtered by ROAS. So I know I have this, you know, lined up by highest ROAS to the lowest. But in this particular case, for example, you know, let's just select this one. We see that the ROAS is, let's just select this one. So this one has 28 purchases and the ROAS is 1.55 and the cost per purchase is $11. So it's very close to the break-even point of this product. But since I know my break-even ROAS is below this, I know that this product is a little bit profitable. I mean, honestly, after processing fees and maybe returns and stuff like that, this is probably only breaking even right now. But the reason why I have it on is because this is a new account, a new store that I started less than a month ago. So So it's really important for me to get as much data as possible. So this is, I'm basically getting data for free from this ad set. This ad set, it's at $50 a day, and it's still remaining a little bit profitable. So like I said, I'm gonna keep it on. And this is why it's so important to know your break-even ROAS, because let's just say we have something like this, but it's at a 1.4 ROAS or 1.3. If you're following other gurus, they might say that that's breaking even because it's above a 1 or above whatever, but that's not true, guys. That's unprofitable. You have to know your break-even ROAS. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's super, super, super important. So I really hope that you understand the concept of that, and if you don't, then just make sure you rewatch this a little bit. Now let's move on to the next thing, because this is actually kind of one of my favorite things to teach you, because this is actually something that's gonna make you more money, that is legitimately foolproof. So let's just dive right into it. So when do you actually retarget your traffic, right? This is such a good question, because by now we all know that retargeting is one of the most profitable things that you can do when you have ad sets when you have a product that's showing promising results. So here's the thing, guys, you don't have to wait so long to retarget your traffic. I've also heard people on YouTube say things like that you know, you should wait until you get, I don't know, 100 sales or something like that to start retargeting your traffic. That is so not true, guys. And by the way, I'm not calling anybody out specifically, guys. I mean, I've said things in the past that I've changed my mind on. You know, there's so many different, I mean, we're all learning here at the end of the day. And this is the exact reason why I always tell you that I don't consider myself a guru, because what I'm doing really is just kind of sharing my journey. I'm sharing with you guys pretty much everything that I'm doing and what I learned essentially from my own journey. So try to see it that way, because that's literally what it is. I'm not a guru here. I'm still learning. I'm a student myself from, you know, my mentors. So just keep that in mind. But yes, you don't have to wait so long to retarget your traffic, guys. Retarget your traffic as soon as possible. But here's the one condition that I will say. Don't retarget your traffic unless the product is showing promising results. And what I mean by that is that you have at least some winning ad sets. Now, if you don't know what a winning ad set is, a winning ad set is basically anything with 2 or more sales, right? That's what I consider a winning ad set. If it has 2 sales or more, that's a promising ad set. And if you have multiple of those ad sets, then you have a promising product. Now, the reason why I don't recommend you retarget just before you get any sales is because you might be wasting your time, right? I mean, you know, it's not worth it to spend more money on that product. Your best bet is just to move on from it. But as soon as you see some promising results from a product, I would say to start retargeting the traffic. But the other condition is to be getting at least 100 visitors a day. You know, if you're not getting that many visitors a day, your retargeting might not be as effective. So I would wait until you get 100 plus visitors per day, which really shouldn't be that hard if you're following my Facebook ads blueprint. Now, of course, my favorite things to retarget, which are the easiest to retarget, is the view content. So just essentially anybody who's visited my product page. And guys, I literally start these ad sets at $3 per day. So it really doesn't break the bank at all, and it actually gets you such a good return on your ad spend. Now, I'll show you an example here. I'm not gonna show you the actual ad because I'm actually running this right now, but I will show you the return on ad spend that it's giving me. It's literally ridiculous. And guys, test carousel ads as well. You know, carousel ads converge super well. So one of the retargeting methods that you should use is just your same video, right? But then the other thing you should do is use that same audience and retarget them using a carousel ad. So what I mean by that is literally taking pictures of your product, putting them in a carousel, and maybe in the caption, you know, mention something about an extra discount or how there's only 24 hours left, something like that. Just create some urgency, or just, you know, make them want to come back. With a carousel ad, this works extremely well, guys, and let me show you what returns I've been getting from an ad set that's literally a carousel ad targeting view content at $3 a day. So, you know, so like I said, I have this, you know, it's showing me the ones with the highest ROAS here at the top. And the highest ROAS ad set is, guess what? A retargeting ad set. So this one is indeed a carousel ad. Like I said, this is a carousel ad right here, and it's giving me a 6.26 ROAS. So I've spent $30 on this ad set, and it's made me back nearly $200. Yes, pretty incredible returns. A cost per purchase of $2.60, and it's got 12 purchases already at a $3 budget. So guys, this ad set has been getting me 1 to 2 sales every single day at a $2.60 return on ad spend. So literally, I started this ad set about maybe 7 or 8 days ago. And it's been, like I said, it's been getting me 1 to 2 sales from a $3 budget. So pretty incredible, guys. You have to be retargeting your audience. And honestly, and this other one right here, this one is also giving me a really good return on ad spend, and this is also a retargeting ad set. This is a retargeting 30-day visitors. Now, the reason why I did 30 days is really there's no particular reason. It's because I already made the 30-day custom audience so that I could create lookalikes from it, and then I decided, you know what, let me just retarget that same audience. But I've also tested retargeting 7-day views and 3-day views. Now those didn't give me good returns on ad spends on the first try, so I'll be trying them again very soon. But I didn't really split test any particular ad copy, so I do have to do that. But yeah, guys, these ad sets are just super amazing, and this is retargeting. And this is the beauty of retargeting. You really don't need a high budget. Since these audiences are so small, it's much better to just let these run consistently so that they're always profitable, they're always giving you extra margin, and they're just gonna always perform really well. So I strongly suggest that you start some retargeting ad sets today if you have a promising product. Don't wait till you get 50 sales, don't wait till you get 100 sales. Just do it as soon as possible, okay? Now, the last thing that I wanna go over, guys, this is so important as well, how to actually split test winning metrics from your ad sets. So let's just go over this right now. Now, split testing different metrics is super essential for finding more winning ad sets and for increasing your conversion rates. Now, you might think, well, how does that increase my conversion rate? Well, because as you start narrowing down your audience, your ideal customer avatar, whatever you wanna call it, those people are gonna convert obviously at a higher rate than just regular worldwide, window shoppers, right? Now guys, I still test with worldwide. I think it's the best way to test just because you get so many, you just get a lot of data. Even though it might not be the best data, you still get a lot of different sales from different countries. And one of the biggest questions I get is, Arie, how do you deal with the shipping times? Well, of course, I do get sales from countries like Brazil every once in a while that, the shipping might not be the best. But after I fulfill that order, if it doesn't have a trackable shipping method, I always contact I always have my team contact the person and say, hey, we don't have a trackable shipping method. It's gonna take, the 30 to 40 days to get to your address. Is that fine? Do you still wanna go through with your order? And literally 90% of the time, people do wanna go through with the order. And after that, I just simply start excluding that country from my newer ad sets. So it really isn't a big deal, guys. Don't overthink it. I personally think you should test with worldwide. But if you're really worried about it, test just e-packet countries. That also works very well. I have a lot of people in my course personally that do that and actually get some pretty good returns. So make sure so you can do either or, but I do like worldwide at the beginning just because you get a lot more data for your pixel, and even though it might not be the highest quality data is data, right? And it does help. So, but like I said, once you find winning ad sets within these worldwide audiences, this is when you're gonna start split testing individual metrics, what I call winning metrics, right? And like I said, people always say to test, but they never show you how to actually do this. So I'm actually gonna do this right now. Let's just pick any of these ad sets, okay? So, for example, this one in particular, this is a worldwide ad set at $5 a day. It's been performing amazingly for a long time. So let me just select this ad set alone, okay? So we have this ad set selected just by itself. And what we're gonna do here is just go to this breakdown tab. And once we're in this breakdown tab, we're gonna go to buy delivery, and then we get all these different metrics. So the first metric that I like to split test, of course, is platform. So for example, right here, this might be cut off because I don't wanna show you the names of these ad sets accidentally, but this column right here, this row right here, this is Facebook, and this row right here is Instagram, okay? And the Facebook one is clearly giving me a better cost per purchase than Instagram, and even a better return on ad spend. So what I'm gonna do from here is duplicate this particular ad set and only target Facebook, right? But I'm still gonna keep this ad set on. You never wanna turn your original ad set off. And the reason why too is because in this particular case, they're both doing pretty good. Like, a $6 cost per purchase is still pretty low. So I would probably just keep this and maybe even also split test Instagram by itself and see how that performs. Now, another thing that we can split test is age. So I'm targeting 18 through 65 plus. I'm not really worried about, I think Facebook works better whenever you leave it a little bit broad. But in this particular case, I have this filtered by ROAS, and the age range right here that is converting the best is 55 through 64. Oh my goodness, see? I'm really glad I did this, because now I'm probably gonna, after this video's over, I'm probably gonna create some new ad sets, because 55 through 64 is giving me an 8.15 return on ad spend. I've gotten 9 sales at $1.98 on this particular ad set. Wow, guys. That is unbelievable. So I definitely have to split test this metric. And as you can see, some of these other age ranges have not been performing nearly as well. 25 through 34 here at the bottom has spent $5 with nothing. So this is why you want to start split testing these metrics. And then of course you can do the same with countries, right? So for the countries, I'm getting a lot of different sales from different countries, but not too many different countries. This is the US at the bottom, Canada, Puerto Rico, United Kingdom, Sweden, and Malta. So these are all countries that we ship to, so it's totally fine. And now I can start split testing all of these individual countries. So for example, I could duplicate this, only target the US, and then I could duplicate this, only target Canada, and do the same with all these different countries. And guys, that gives you already like 10 new ad sets that you can start creating. So when I say always be creating new ad sets, this is what I mean, right? Of course, test new interest ad sets, but also mess around with your existing winners. That's gonna really, really help you in creating more ad sets and increasing your ad spend, which will help you get higher revenue and ideally a higher conversion rate, since we're targeting really specific things that are proven to work. So guys, hopefully you got a lot out of this video. Make sure that you follow these tips. Please rewatch this video if you need to. This is information that I don't see anybody else talking about. So I hope you got a lot of value out of it. Make sure that you implement this. And if you do get results, please, please, please DM me on Instagram. Leave me a comment on here. Show me some support. I absolutely love seeing that, guys. And one of the biggest successes that I've had recently has not just been my success, but some of the success from my students. Literally in my inner circle right now, there's a guy, I'm not gonna say his name because I wanna have him on a video on its own, but he just hit his first 500K month. Guys, that's literally $500,000 in 1 month. Now I can't take credit for that because the guy's literally unbelievable, but when he got started in the e-com inner circle, he was only doing 40K a month. So it's pretty incredible the amount of progress that he's been able to make, and these are the things that truly give me fulfillment. Now making sales and making money, that feels good too, but I do get a lot out of helping other people and seeing other people succeed. It's really empowering and uplifting and humbling, of course, and inspiring. It's all these things, all these adjectives. So hopefully you feel the same way about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you subscribe, leave me a comment right now. Make sure you ask me any questions you have. I'd love to answer them right below. So make sure you leave me a comment, whether it's supportive, or you have a video idea that you want to see, or you just have any sort of question that you want to ask. Make sure you do that. And of course, subscribe to the channel, join the fam, turn on your notifications so you're the first one to watch my videos. That helps me a ton, and I really, really couldn't appreciate it more. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Nike's on my feet, keep my sight